Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome to Amplify. As much as you can, please have your screens on. For those that haven't met me before, my name is Vanessa Jean, but most importantly, I love connecting with you, with your spirit, with your face. I don't care if you're in your Jimmy Jams, I don't care how you look at all. It's me connecting with you. Yeah. Welcome. Thank you to those switching your cameras on. Ah, that's better. Hi. Hello. Hello, hello. Oh gosh, from my heart to yours, welcome. That's okay, Letizia. You don't have a camera, no problem. Okay. It's really interesting. You know, this class is about amplifying your light, amplifying the essence of you. And before this class, I, got myself dressed and then I went for a walk outside and came in with enough time to get started, get on before everyone, and nothing was working. And I was like, okay, I'll just restart everything again, no problem. I did that. And then it was 2 p.m. right on the dot, and I was like, should I be concerned? And I kept hearing, no, it's fine. So I just sat in that place. I had the invitation to stay in my light rather than to choose fear or panic, which, believe me, I have done with technology a million times over because I tend to zap it. And instead, I just let myself feel what was arising. And I looked outside where I'd just been. You can see a bit of it behind me here, yeah? And I just took in the light and I stopped. And then I pressed join Zoom, and here we are. So, this masterclass is not just about here and now and you journeying this with me and each other and amplifying your light only now. It's for always. The invitation is always there for us in the chaos and the mayhem and the maelstrom of different energies and beliefs and all of it. The invitation is always there for us to choose our stance, for us to choose to hold our form in it all. Yeah. So let's begin this sacred space together. And dedicate it to the light, to your light. If you want to close your eyes or leave them open, it's up to you. By the light of this candle, I dedicate the light and love of all life, all that is divine, to you. I dedicate this space to you, to me, and to all who are yet to come to be present to this space, to those watching the recording, to those who maybe you send the recording to, because you feel there'll be this resonant chord that will reach them. May you feel the light of your heart lit up. May you remember who you are and amplify that frequency to the world. May the amplification of your light, of my light, of the world's light, bless you, bless me, and bless all who say yes to being, living, embodying the light. And so it is. Welcome, beautiful luminescent souls. Welcome to everyone who is here present. For everyone who stays on till the end, I just want to say, Sam, my gorgeous admin angel, and I have come up with the most delicious gifts. If you know me, you know I love giving things away. I love sharing my wealth and abundance with the world. Paul and I are richly blessed with everything we could dream of because we dare to dream, right? We dare to amplify our love into the world unabashedly and to let our hearts open so huge to get really, really big that we both become these vortices, these magnets for miracles. And we open our eyes and say, holy heck, we just did it again. We just dance with the universe. And look, it's on our doorstep. It's sitting on the altar of our heart this day. And so I love to share all of that with you. So I have beautiful gifts that I'm going to be giving away of my offerings. Some big stuff coming at you. Big love coming at you. So the way this will flow for about, I don't know, I don't really work with space, but for a little while, there'll be some beautiful channeling in this space. And we're going to go deep into the light of our soul, the light of our essence, and enter into a meditative space in that. I am in the Akashic Records, as I always am, and I serve from this place of pure light and pure love and pure wisdom of the masters. The Akashic Records, for those that don't know, imagine a universal library. And that library holds all these beautiful books. Well, they're beautiful to me. I love books, so they're all just like gorgeous and they smell amazing. You know that book smell? Oof, if I could bottle that and baby smell, I would, you know? So they're this record, this library of all lifetimes, past, present, and future. And each of us has them, and you know, so much of this land and cosmos has them. And so to be clear, I'm not in your records. I'm not in your records. I am in my own. And that really just enables me to get out of the way. You know, Vanessa Jean, the one who might doubt herself and not say things for fear of, I don't know, like being too woo-woo or whatever it is that Vanessa might be afraid of judgments for. Because of course I do have that. I'm having a human experience alongside you. So I go into my records so I can just bring through what actually serves the higher good, yours and mine and everyone's, right? So that's the frequency I tune into, pure unconditional love. And our meditations will come from that space. And I also open the space after that for any of you that would like to engage with the masters. I feel like this really serves because it's like this mini, you know, space on the couch next to the Akashic Masters. And you can ask any question you like and receive the answers, receive the wisdom. So I want to be really clear on something. This isn't a reading in the stereotypical sense. This is you receiving what is already within you. But you may have the dial, the frequency, the volume of your inner ear, the ear of your heart turned so far down that you're not hearing it anymore. You might have your inner eye so veiled that you're not seeing it anymore. You might have your inner senses so numbed that you don't feel it anymore. So I'm here just to give you a little love nudge and go, hey babes, remember? We're sisters. We're Wayshoers. We stand side by side on this incredible journey called life together. And we unravel it all together. We unwrap the gifts together. We remember together. And what blesses you blesses me. And what blesses me blesses you. Because we are one. And then after that yummy time together, or maybe before it, in case anyone has to leave early, I will do the giveaway. I'll do the prizes. And then we can drop into space. And then what I always do in all my offerings, voice the goddess for those women that have been there with me. Hello again, my darling loves, and those of you that are joining me for this next round, hello and welcome. I love you. I'm so excited. You will learn very quickly that in all of my beautiful containers, when we turn off the recording, we go rogue. We have a lot of fun. It's where the magic happens, right? And it's not recorded. It just opens something in the women that I'm journeying with, and I know that now. So I do that all the time. So that's what we'll do. Okay, so I want to begin with this. I want you all to get your fingers ready to type the word amplify. And I want you in the chat to tell me what amplify means to you. What is so meaningful to you about the word, the resonance, the frequency of amplify? And then I'll have an insight as to why you're here. Let me dive into the chat. Thank you, Laurie. I'm so grateful to have learned about the Akashic Records from Voice of the Goddess. Yeah, it's beautiful. Everyone who joins me in this space learns to read their own Akashic Records. It's the greatest gift I can give you. It's such a potent path to sovereignty. Diana says, amplify for her is the expansion of all things. We have getting the most from life, to increase and magnify. Limitless potential. Oh, amen to that. To move up, expanding the light, turning it up, amplify. Every being can feel the love, union of all. Channeling what I have and sending it out to the world, bigger, stronger, and touch the most. Touch, yes, as many people as you can. Got it. To raise everyone and everything to next level. To extend what already is possible there. And there and beyond thoughts. Yes, yes, yes. Expansion of life, connection. Means to me to strengthen or powerhouse the charge emitted out to the universe for a faster return, hopefully in creating. To deepen, to expand. I'll read a couple more. Amplify, to hear our heart of hearts and dance with the rhythms in that space. Hello, Laura. Hello, beautiful goddess. Oh my gosh, honey, it makes me so happy to hear you say this after that beautiful 6 months journey together in voice and you opening to your connection, the meaningfulness of this word for you. Melissa, to intensify and magnify that which already is, that which I already have, to infinity and beyond, to make stronger and bigger, open what's possible. And the last one I'll read is Jackie, to be bigger, greater, and expand greater. Amen to all of that. Yes to all of that. Okay, I can see them all coming in. Just keep them coming. Keep them coming. We'll keep them. They're beautiful. I love these definitions. The definition is for you to bring focus to what's meaningful to you about this frequency, the frequency of amplify. Why is that so important? When you can be cognizant of why something is meaningful to you, you open up a doorway within your heart, your cells, your beingness to receive the frequency, the transmission coming from that space. Because what you focus on amplifies. Yeah? What you give your attention to amplifies. That's why my daddy always said to us, thoughts are things, they have fairy wings. You know, meaning what you think flutters out in the world, it goes out into the cosmos, the universe picks it up and goes, oh, let's play, let's do something with that. So if I'm just focused on all my fears or on all the ways that my life is Scheisenhausen, or if I'm just thinking about why I'm so victimized in this life, why I'm just in the drudgery, the dross, the density all the time and focused on that, well, guess what? More of that's going to come because the universe is non-judgmental and it doesn't have that polarization that we have of good and bad and dark and light. It just is. It's isness to the universe. You understand? So if my thoughts are on that train, more of that's going to come. The universe is going to go, wow, I'm getting your signal. Let me give you more of that, my beautiful child. And meanwhile, we're sitting back going, holy heck, when's this going to end? Well, it's going to end when you stop amplifying those thoughts. It's like a radio transmission out to the universe. When you can consciously amplify your thoughts of, I am so grateful for this phenomenal life that I am blessed with. I am so grateful that I have this cup and that I have tea in it that I love and that I have a kettle that heats up my water, and that I have electricity to heat up that water, so I can just receive that plant medicine of tulsi, holy basil, and licorice root. When you can receive, say yes to the invitation to live in your grateful heart, you amplify the magnetic fields of your heart of hearts. That is why gratitude is the highest form of receivership, because your heart space has a magnetic field around it, a magnetic field. And it grows and it grows and it grows, and it emits more of your light out into the world as it grows. This space is a blessing. This space is like a radio frequency. If you can tune in to the radio frequency you want to be on, conscious thoughts creation, gratitude. That feels really good. I'd love to heighten my psychic awareness. That feels good. I'd love to write a book. That feels good. I'd just love to meditate for 5 minutes uninterrupted. It sends the signal out to the universe, and the universe responds to that. Now, when we can align this and this, what do you think happens? That's what happens. We align and we amplify. Dr. Joe Dispenza, one of the finest teachers of the world, to me, may not be to you, calls this alignment that I'm referring to coherence. Coherence. And I was blessed enough to grow up with a daddy who kept that alive in me. Some of you will have been reading my emails if you've been on the wait list for Voice of the Goddess, or if you're on our mail list, been sharing a little more of me with you, right? And I'm so grateful for the father I have. He challenged me. He cracked me open. He held me through the pain, through the joys, through all of it. And you know what? He was non-attached. He was not attached to the outcome. He was unconditional. He didn't expect anything in return. He was humble. So all my life, I just gently received these transmissions from him. Lovingly received in every cell in my body. And when I embarked on this path of working with Dr. Joe Dispenza, with Paul as well, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what Dad used to say. You know, my dad used to give me books on the quantum field, and I mean, lots of things, but quantum field when that time came up, and I was a bit like, holy heck balls, this is a lot. This is really cerebral. And then Dr. Joe brings it to us in the everyday language. So he calls this alignment I'm talking about coherence. And if you imagine, you've all seen on ECGs, are they called, you know, the graphs when you're all plugged up and you can see your brain waves and you can see your heart waves. And when we go on retreat with him, if you want to, you can accept the invitation to be plugged in, and they monitor these brain waves and heart waves that I'm talking about. And they look for when we align and we come into coherence. Because when you come into coherence, that's the moment where you're in the void and you are a magnet for miracles, where you are calling to you, you're tugging on the threads of your future memories to weave the life right here, right now. You know, so you'll often hear me say, there's no point being out there hanging out in other dimensions and in other frequencies and stuff just for an hour or so, or just for that personal development course. There's no point in doing it just for those moments. What's pivotal is bringing it. We are being asked to bring it to the earth, to ground it in, to embody it. The earth needs us. She needs our love frequencies. She'll hold us, she'll love us to eternity and beyond. She needs us to step into our light so that we can align more deeply with her. Feel her as the mother of all, as the lover or beloved of all, for instance, right? And equally, when you have something weigh on you that is so heavy, so dense, grief, loss, rage, turmoil, tragedy, despair, loneliness, and I could have said a million more terms, but you know what I mean. She says to us, give it to me. Give it to me, child, that I may transmute it and return it to its natural state of love, pure love. And so we exhale it and we give it to her step by tiny step. And we give it to her and we give it to her. And because we are one with her and one with each other, what blesses us, each of us, the I, blesses the whole, because we are one. So you see, what blesses you, blesses me, and blesses all. And that is how breath by breath, grateful moment by grateful moment, release by sacred release, we come to heal the world. Can you feel that? Can you feel how your life would change if you accepted the invitation? The invitation to live free. I'm trying to see you all. The invitation to dance to your cosmic song because you've entered into oneness. And if you don't understand with your mind, good, it's okay. Feel it in your heart. Receive it into your cells. Should we take a little walk? Close your eyes or leave them open, it's up to you. And take a full deep breath. Feel your belly rise and your ribcage open and expand with the life force. Release the breath and feel your belly go back as though to the spine. So your inhalation brings your belly out in front of you, like a big pregnant belly full of chi, like a baby when he or she is breathing. They've got it right. And as you exhale, you can make a sound, just a or a and just feel yourself coming more deeply into yourself, out of your mind. You're going beyond the mind, you're coming into the body, into this sacred temple, the temple that resides in the light of who you are. And now allow yourself to see with your mind's eye, experience, sense, or imagine in the way that you do a magnificent golden doorway. It's standing before you. Let it appear as it does for you. And you hear the words, I invite you to meet your light, to amplify your light so it blesses you and it blesses the multitudes. Will you step forward with me? Feel your yes and step forward and open the door and step through. And so you step through this beautiful golden doorway. And you are in a spacious light field. There is nothing there other than the light. There is no one there, not even you. You are now no one, nobody, no mind. You are pure light. And you still have a sense of yourself. You are pure light and you still have a sense of yourself. And you feel yourself move forward. You move forward. And you open yourself more deeply to this light. And in this moment, you are beyond anything you've attached to you in this life. Any labels, any emotions, any processes, any addictions. You move beyond it all. You know you tonight. Feel yourself as the light and feel the pulse of that light. Feel a pulse, like a steady tattoo of a drum, thrumming through the field that you are in. This is a spacious void of pure light. And you allow yourself to feel that light, to be that light. We ask you now to step forward into your light, to feel yourself as pure light, to breathe that into every cell of your being. Though you are no thing in this place, you are everything. You feel the flame of connection and oneness with all that is, all that has been, and all that ever shall be. The flames of all your lights unify now in one spirit, in one love, in one heartbeat. And for a moment you dip into this space. You feel the deep peace of this unification. You feel yourself as the divine, glorious being that you are. God, Goddess, Spirit, Source, all of it, pure love, pure divine love. And you feel this sing into every part of your body, coalescing into the form that you take in this life now. Feel your whole self reforming with the frequency of this amplified light, of this unified love between you all. Feel the free fall of the dance, of the surrender. Feel yourself fully formed now. And before you is a magnificent mirror, gold-gilded mirror made of the pure golden light of the divine. And you look at yourself, you behold yourself. Look at how bright you are. You breathe into your heart space, and as you exhale and you release the light out into the world. The light of your heart of hearts, the light of your divinity. You are in a place that is unlimited, undefined, unbounded by any human construct. You can send your light into any and all areas you choose with the speed of thought. So you choose your frequency, you choose love, and you feel yourself as the full embodiment of love. And you smile, and you place your hand, your left hand over your heart, and your right hand over your solar plexus, and you breathe into all parts of you. You breathe full formed into being. You feel yourself as fully formed, every cell in your body thrumming with this light, every particle of light emitting love. You are aligned with the light of your divinity. Feel the gentleness of that. Surrender to that. Surrender this vision to the universe and let the universe know with a message from your heart, may thy will be done. You don't need to know how this is going to come into being. You simply need to remember it is. You have received it. You have said a full-bodied yes to being the embodiment of all that you were born to be, to turning up the dial of your radiance. This is the first step. Inhale, breathing it into your body, this full transmission into your body. And exhaling, release, let your hands fall gently to your lap, palms up. And you're going to create a beautiful loop now with your higher heart by placing your ring finger, press the tip of your ring finger, press to your thumb, and the tip of your middle finger, press to your thumb. So it's your ring finger and middle finger on both hands, press to your thumb tip, and just rest them on your knees or on your thighs. This just creates a beautiful loop. It's a sacred mudra of the higher heart. If you prefer not to do it, that's okay. You can leave your hand over your heart. And I want you to inhale and exhale with just a gentle and now you will consciously create a sound. I'm going to invite you not to be shy, to give this your all. You're all on mute. No one will hear you. The only person they can hear is me. When you create sound, you alter your frequency and your vibration. This is a beautiful tool I give to you now as we come to a close here, for something you can apply in your life whenever you need to create a shift. Sound and movement. Simple, magical. So the sound we're going to create is ah, the sound of the heart. Now you can do Ah. You can do it nice and low, or you might do it mid-range, or you might do it higher. Whatever you choose is fine. Now, you've heard my voice. It's not perfect. I don't mind. This is just a devotion to love, yeah, to your light. So don't worry about what you sound like. It's your intention to create a frequency. So take a deep breath into your heart and exhale with the sound of ah from your heart of hearts. And do it again. Take a deep breath in. Now do it one more time. The way you love it most. Create the sound. I'm going to be silent now. Deep breath in and tone out. Connecting with your heart. Beautiful. You all look so beautiful. And when you're ready, release your hands, your breath. Place both hands over your heart. Give thanks in the way that you do. You feel yourself walking back to yourself from that beautiful golden space, that void, lit up space, back through that golden doorway and back fully into your body in the here and now. And when you're ready, take your hands and gently place them over your eyes. Massage around your eyes and cheekbones and gently open your eyes underneath your hands to bring yourself back gently to the bright light of your screen. Welcome back, luminous beings. So that was a little taster on amplifying your light. How are you feeling? Tell me in the chat. How do you feel? Get your fingers moving. I would love for one of you to come off mute and share your experience before I do some giveaways. Would that be okay? Who feels called to share? Don't feel obliged, but I would love to.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't get any noise out. It's like I was whispering.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Bonnie. So what often happens, my love, and I don't know if this will resonate with you, but I'll just speak generically, is for so long we have been shut down in this space. So the connection with our heart and our throat has been crushed. And for many, there's this remembrance of lifetimes gone by and yet to come where you have been told not to speak your truth, or speaking your truth led to some sort of persecution, or for some, even in this lifetime, it was in a classroom or with a family member. Some people have had the messaging of children are to be seen, not heard. Some have had the messaging of, don't sing, my God, you sound disgusting. You know, don't talk, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, like there's different messages, not just like, you know, burning of the witches at a stake, right? For living their truth. So
No,
there's
I was
lots.
drowned as a witch in a past life.
Yeah, well, you know, you've probably had more than one life, right? Where you've lived your truth and expressed your truth, and in some way you were put down, defamed, persecuted, something for it, right, honey? So drowning was one. And you know, when you're drowning, especially if you give in to the temptation of trying to take in a breath and you take in all that water, right? So this area, this energy center, if you like, for eons has been shut down, has been crushed for so many. And so with an invitation to tone, to make a tone, it can be really difficult. So it's beautiful. You even could make a whisper, right? So beautiful that you could for that. So what you can do is you can practice. You can practice making sounds. And you guys, something that's really beautiful is just go through the vowels. A, E, I, O, U. I, E, O, U. You can do them all at once like I just did. Do them one by one. You can kind of go, and let your voice crack and smatter and splatter and choke and cough, like just let it be. I think John Lennon wrote a really good song about that, he had it right. Just let it be. Yeah. So I just want to say from my heart to yours, thank you so much for sharing this, because I feel like if no one on this call, but I'm sure at least one other person on this call may have experienced that, and those watching the recording as well. So thank you. Thank you
You're
so much
welcome.
for sharing. Yeah. For sharing, I would like to give the first giveaway to this brave, beautiful soul. Where are you? I've lost you off the screen. There you are, Bonnie. Okay, I would like to give you a gift of, Sam, my beautiful angel, can you note this? A gift of 3 months in my membership portal called Frequency, where we meet around the time of the full moon, every turning of the moon, and we alter our frequency. Included in that is a beautiful program that I ran that we all loved so much called Haven of Bliss, and it's creating a sanctuary in your home. And that was a 4-week program. So that's from my heart to yours, Bonnie.
Thank you very much.
Such a pleasure. So Sam, my beautiful admin angel, is going to put her email in the chat. I'm going to hold you all accountable. You need to email Sam. We had nearly 200 people register for this particular class, so it's going to be too much for her to try and find emails and things. So if you could please email her, she's just popped it in the chat for you. Okay, Leticia says, why is it necessary after meditation to use hands on the eyes and massage to come back? I never had this necessity. Oh, you don't need to. I just like to do it in honoring of a really bright screen being in front of you. Some people have like light lamps in front of them and, overhanging lights. And after you've had your eyes closed for a while, it can be a little bit discombobulating or painful to just open your eyes in the bright light. So you don't need to at all. It's not a necessity. It's just something beautiful and a gentle way to bring yourself back. Great question. Thank you for all the comments and the gratitude. Beautiful. Why a sound? My sound was more ooh. It can be any sound you want. Ah is the sound of the heart, but yours might resonate more with ooh. That's fine. No problem at all. Great questions, Letizia. Fee, that was incredible, Vanessa. Oh, thanks, babe. The way you hold space and lead us into the void, always so powerful and full of love, reminding me to love more. Oh, thank you, my love. I love you so much. I'm about to do some giveaways with you all, but I just want to share from my heart to yours, especially those that have been receiving the emails and that have been on the wait list for Voice of the Goddess. Voice of the Goddess is a space where we deepen into this. We deepen into alignment for those that joined the last masterclass, the amplification of our light so that we can flourish, which is the next masterclass. And she is an offering born of my heart, but this second time round, this is her second iteration. Last year was the first time I ever ran her. This second time round, when I connected with her, when I connected with the entity of voice, and I asked her how she wanted me to birth her into the world. What was her why, her raison d'être for this lifetime, this iteration. She gave me these beautiful light codes, and there were 12 of them, and I was like, what are we doing here? Are we completely changing? I've got all the ebooks written, I've got this, and I was noticing, like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this? I've got to rewrite everything. What are we doing? And she was like super clear with how they were going to align. And it was 2 master codes per element. And we're deepening and preparing even more for everyone, for all the women to go into their own Akashic records. Of course, for my alumni that are joining me again to read other people's Akashic records. Ultimately, what this is, let me just check that someone's come off mute.
Yeah, so that's great.
Okay, sorry about that. So we come into this spaciousness of rejigging, of altering our DNA. For so long, humans have been given the story that we have a double helix, 2 DNA strands. And so this receivership of the 12 strands, what happens is, what I saw anyway, was awakening our 12 strands, and they multiply and they multiply and they multiply, and that's that cosmic being that we are, this incredible spaciousness we live in. Lisa says, it was wonderful, Vanessa. I saw a rising, pulsating light. I love how you guide us to a space of love and connection. Beautiful. The next free masterclass is in there. So let's prepare for some giveaways together. Colette, you have really reminded me to love unconditionally. Thank you. My pleasure. That's another illusory program that has been given to humans. How many times have you heard it said, give up, give it up? There's no such thing as unconditional love. Humans can't unconditionally love. I mean, we are made of pure unconditional love. We are made in love, born in love. We are tendrils of pure light from love, from divine light, which is pure love, right? So no matter how your physical body came into being, we don't need to buy into any of that. We just amplify the light and love of who we are out into the world. Okay, Sam, let's go. Let's draw the next person. This one, I'm going to do a giveaway of an Akashic record reading.
Okay, I have everybody in here.
Sweet canister, let's do it.
Let's see. Oh, I got goosebumps. I've got Colette Rajan. Is that how I say it? Rajan, Colette?
Yes, Colette Rajan. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Ooh. I have popped the email, Colette, in the chat, but I'll pop it in there again so it's easy to find. Send me an email and we can arrange a magical time for you to meet with Vanessa.
Oh, that would be so beautiful. Thank you.
Such a pleasure. So that's Akashic record reading for you. All right. Yay.
Yeah.
We're going to pull another one. I would love to know in the chat who here is considering joining me in Voice of the Goddess. Pop it in the chat. And any of my goddesses that are here, pop in the chat why you loved it so much and what you got out of Voice of the Goddess. Let's share with the world. I am unabashedly sharing her with the world. Anyone who is considering joining Voice of the Goddess, remember that we only have the waitlist price before she goes up to a normal sacred investment price finishes tonight. What we're doing for everyone here watching this recording is giving you access to the waitlist price for 24 hours. So for $2,888, that's the waitlist price, you get 6 months of private mentorship with me. It's a journey and a half. And you get to learn how to read your own Akashic records, which is normally $1,111 anyway. So you get all of that, 6 months, 15 plus modules, 4 online retreats. You have the capacity to deepen into running your own circles and workshops and all the things you want, right? She's a deepening. So explore her landing page, jump in and come speak with us. We have a one-off payment and we also have a payment plan available for you. She's all held in this sacred portal for you all. So we just get to be this yummy community together. All right, let's go, Sam. Who are we going to give Inner Sanctum to?
Jessie? There was no surname after Jessie. It was just Jessie.
There she is. She's waiting.
Thank you.
Yay,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Such a pleasure. So you'll need to email Sam, okay, Jess?
Okay, we'll do. Yep, we'll do.
Thanks, babe.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Such a pleasure. Let's give away another membership portal, Sam, for 3 months with me in the frequency, which includes Haven of Bliss, doesn't it? I think I said Inner Sanctum before. Haven of Bliss, making your home a sanctuary.
Kylie Ann.
Kylie I think you're already in the frequency. So how about
I am.
how about I give you Inner Sanctum? Does that feel yummy?
Inner Sanctum. I think so. I think I don't know if I've done it. I've did a couple of ones, but that's okay.
Okay, just
I can't
email
remember.
Sam.
Yeah.
Email Sam, and we will sort out a price for you so
Okay.
you're not
Oh,
doubling
thank you.
up. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
fine. Yeah, my pleasure, beloved. Otherwise, you know what? Let's just put Kylie Ann down for an Akashic record reading. That's simple. She hasn't had a reading with me.
Yeah. Thank you so
Let's do
much.
that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we're going to let's do an Inner Sanctum. Let's do that for someone. Who are we going to give that to, Sam? Pull a rabbit out of the hat. The elusive white rabbits.
Mel. Just Mel. Is Mel still on?
No, we've had a few people drop off. Okay. No,
Do another one.
need to do another one.
Jackie, I don't know if I'm going to get your last name right.
Jackie, there we go. Yeah, so email Sam, Jack. Yeah.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Okay, so I have one big prize. I have a mentorship program that is one-on-one, and it's called the Way Shower. And so people normally enter into a 3-month space with me in there. I am going to gift 1 month to someone who's still on this call. You have to be on right now, which will be 2 sessions with me. First one is an Akashic record reading, and it's a 60-minute session, and the second one is a 90-minute session with me. So let's see, Sam.
Okay. Amanda. It was just Amanda. I can see you.
I can't see Amanda. Come
Oh
off
my
mute.
God, I'm right here.
Hi.
I'm so excited. Oh my God, thank you so much.
Beautiful. Let's celebrate everyone who won something. Yay.
Yes, thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. Okay. Congratulations, everyone. Celebrating you, honoring you. What we'll do is, does anyone want to come off mute from Voice the Goddess and just speak into it before I stop the recording, and then we go into some channeling for anyone who needs it, just for a few moments. Linda Gillingham, do you want to come off mute?
Oh.
See you.
Okay.
I didn't realize my hand was up, but that's okay. I was just sitting like this. It's okay. No, I'm happy to speak to voice, though I'm not sure I'm going to sound very eloquent. But yeah, it was really magical time for me being within the Voice of the Goddess container. I got to meet and connect with so many other beautiful souls, some of who are here now. It was just a wonderful place to be able to come back to, and I felt so held by that connection and by Vanessa's energy and her intention. I learned so much about myself, and I was able to release a lot of the things in my life that needed to just go, really. And for me, I've been able to, I feel like there's a massive shift in my ability to just connect to love and bliss so much more quickly. And one of the biggest things that stand out, I suppose, was just amplifying my ability to stand in my power. And I know it sounds so cliche, but it is so true, you know, to be able to recognize all parts of me, including like the fierce mum inside me, and know actually that's okay. That was a moment that stood out for me. So I guess everybody's journey is completely unique to themselves, but mine's very memorable, and it's one that I'm looking forward to continuing this year. So yeah, looking forward to seeing some of you there as well. So anyway, that's it.
Thank you. So Linda's going to be one of the beautiful goddess guides. So when you join Voice the Goddess, we actually meet every second week over the 6 months, and we have our retreats. And I have inserted in this one a space for you all to be with some of the alumni, some of the goddesses from the past Voice the Goddess, and you can just sink deeper and get to know each other a little more and access greater wisdom. And you know, sometimes it's just so beautiful hearing it from another voice. So yes, thank you. Linda will be one of those.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure. Did someone else come off mute that was going to ask something or add something just before I asked Linda to speak?
Vanessa, it's
Yes.
Diana. From the Gold Coast, where we're so wet, we've got web feet and fingers over here.
Yes.
Love what you do. I'm always at your meetings, as you know. I was there at with the book launch. For me today, I needed that because I'm handling so many emotional calls from my team members whose houses went under, where jet boats were driving across their roofs, and the amplification was allowing me to get emotional to handle the calls, because when you're constant, I'm probably the oldest goddess here, by the way, but I love what I do. But when you're handling calls from people that are so beautiful, that have lost absolutely everything, I mean, literally everything, pen and paper, I thought, right, I'm going to come on today and I'm just going to allow the amplification. My intent was to allow the amplification to be able to handle the calls. I'm always emotional. I love my teams, whoever they are, but to be able to handle it and allow it to go out so that they do know that when I take the calls, I am with them 100%. But so thank you for today. It was good for me, very good for me. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing this. This is a beautiful invitation before we close. How about we send some light and love into those experiencing devastation around the world and to the phenomenal space holders that are helping them through it. Can we do that? Let's send light into the hearts of all who are experiencing despair and loss right now. So you can leave your eyes open and closed. Imagine the flame of your heart, so warm, so golden, increasing in its warmth and in its size. And it consumes you. You become it, it becomes you. And you are a flame of light. And from that light, you send light beams into the heart of the earth, into the heart of her people, the children, into the suffering, into the chaos, into the wars seen and unseen, and into the hearts of the caregivers, the space holders, feeling them, restoring them. This light is infinite. You will never be drained sending light out in this way. It comes from the infinite source of light. And when you're ready, take a deep breath of gratitude. And breathe your gratitude into the world, your love into the world. You feel your light blessing the multitudes. take a deep breath, coming back into your heart space. Feeling your light. Come back into your sacred heart space, back sitting, resting upon the altar of your heart. Take your hands and you can place them in the prayer mudra. Just press together in prayer. And give thanks in the way that you do to love, to each other for being here. Amen, amen, amen. What blesses you, blesses me, and blesses the world. And so it is. To all who have watched the recording, I hope you enjoyed this, and to everyone present with me here, thank you. Thank you for saying yes to amplifying your light in the world. I'm going to switch off the recording and you can hang out with me and ask any questions you like.